This year, more than 50 million American students had to start a brand new school year online. I was one of them. As a freshman starting a brand new school, I was lonely. It seemed impossible to meet my new classmates online. That's why I created Compound, an app that links students together. Here we have a prototype of Compound. When you open the app, it's going to ask you some information about yourself. I'm a high school student, I go to Valley Christian, and I'm in 9th grade. Next, it's going to ask you what you're looking for from the app. Today, I'm looking for a study group. Because I chose study group, it's going to ask me some questions about the classes I'm taking. The sample question we have right here is, what English class are you in? I'm in English 9 Honors. After I complete these questions, it's going to give me a study group. If I were to click on each of these names, I could contact each of these people individually. However, it's not very useful if you have a study group that never meets. That's why Compound also gives you meeting times and things to do during your meeting time. In this crazy time of social distancing, Compound is an essential tool to connect students. Its mission is simple: enable students to form friendships despite the circumstances. Thank you.
Yay, judges, panel. Nice job, Ilana.
Yes, Sharis, thank you. Great presentation. I loved the display and the thought process behind it. And I wish that we all had something like this at every age to connect during this social distancing time. My question for you is, how would you monetize this? Meaning, who would pay for this app? How would that work for your business?
I was thinking that there would be like a general school fee. So the school would pay an overall fee and that would give access to all of its students to use this app.
Very well thought out. Thank you. Good luck.
Wonderful presentation. I have kids who are doing virtual school dealing with the same issues. It's definitely a challenge trying to figure out how to recreate the social interactions and all those things. Similar to Ilana, I was going to ask about what we call user acquisition, which is how do you get people onto the platform. But I think it seems like the answer to that question is going to be that you sell to the school, and therefore the school is going to, and that's, you get all the information about the students, which is a totally great answer. And so my next question then would be, have you thought about what the value prop to the school would be? And by that I mean, is there some value that the school might get where they would be interested in why they would say yes to setting up a platform like that? Something that they could see on their end or use on their end. Have you thought about that at all?
I mean, I think a huge portion of my app is building school community. And I think for a school, that's very important that you do have a strong community within your school. So I think a huge marketing point for my app is just the idea that students will be able to form these communities despite being online and not being able to see each other in person.
Fantastic. Great answer.
And grades. It'll help grades.
Awesome. Hello, great presentation. It definitely made me think about my high school junior and how this would really help. My question is, with the various social media platforms that we have now, Snapchat and Instagram, what would be the incentive you think for students to use your app to connect with each other, stay in touch, versus one of those social media platforms?
I feel like with social media platforms, sometimes it's hard to reach certain students in your community, because I know personally when I use social media, it only picks like a couple people and they're like, you should follow this person, but then you don't know about the person who maybe doesn't have a social media or isn't that active. So it reaches to the full spectrum of the community.
Wonderful, great job.
Hi, Sharis, this is Jeff. Hey, great presentation. And I really liked the demo. Having a little example was really nice to see, how the app might work. So that was really good. Couple of thoughts. One is, my questions would be, I think someone's asked part of this already, but how would you let more people know about your idea? And have you thought about connecting to other schools where people have maybe the same classes or they want to form study groups across schools?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a good idea to be connecting across schools. And as for your question about how would I get more of the word out, I feel like there is a lot of school to school communication, like we talk to each other at competitions and whatnot. So I think if one student like tells another student at another school that he's really interested in something, that student could bring it to a higher level administrator, or you know, someone higher up in the school, and we could get into contact with them.
Great, thanks. Good ideas.
Thank you.
And Sharis, we were told that you have to go back to class.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be in class right now.
You send this to your teacher, and we'll write you a note. This will be your virtual note. You did amazing. You're very articulate with your ideas and your responses and these impromptu questions. So I think we might be seeing you on the cover of magazines sometime soon.
Thank you.